Rachel Brosnahan. Rachel Brosnahan. Welcome to Mirror Domains Movie News, your place for entertainment headlines. And on today's show, we're going to be talking about the trending movie news headlines of the day, including Khan has opened up and Johnny Depp was there. We got a couple of trailers for Extraction 2, The Haunted House. Arnold talks about some of the sequels, and we got some Flash Batman news. We'll be talking about the Superman and Lois castings, possibly with Rachel Brosnahan. But we start off today's show by talking about something a little bit more fun that I saw on the Reddit pages. DC Cinematic Universe subreddit posted this question. Pick one from each row. The rest will disappear forever. The rest will disappear forever. Well, I don't know about that. I chose to play it kind of like this. Okay, well, let's play it by their way. If I had to pick one from each row here, and then I'll do it my opposite way. We'll do it the opposite way. We got to get rid of one. That's the way that I kind of read it. Get rid of one of them, right? So let's have some fun here. Come on, guys. This is going to be fun. If I had to pick one from the top row to keep forever, God, as much as I grew up with the 1989 Batman, I would have to go with, you got to keep the Dark Knight. And I like the new Batman as well. Ooh, that's so tough. That one's tough. Yeah, Dark Knight, you got to keep the Dark Knight. The second row. So, there we go. What's from the second one? Which one would you keep? I would have to keep out of those ones, not the Dark Knight Rises. I would keep the Suicide Squad. I would keep the Suicide Squad on the second row. So far we would only keep the Dark Knight and the Suicide Squad. We would be losing Man of Steel, B versus S. Yeah, those are not really, now that they're not really relevant. It's kind of like, it sucks, but yeah, you got to pick them. Justice League, okay, so they've got two Justice Leagues there. This is probably the Zack Snyder Justice League, and on the third row, that's the theatrical cut, the Joss Whedon cut. Yeah, get rid of that one. Get rid of the Suicide Squad. Get rid of Wonder Woman 1984. As much as I didn't hate that movie, but it was also not the greatest. Shazam Fury, no, just a normal Shazam, right? First Shazam, yeah, I'd keep. Batman Begins, Joker, Watchmen, and V for Vendetta. Which one would you keep? As much as I love Batman Begins, you got to keep Joker because of that performance, right? What would you guys pick? Let me know in the comments. Let's play it a little bit differently. Let's play it the way that I would play it by, let's say if you had to get rid of each one, if you had to get rid of one from each row there, which ones would you get rid of? But you would keep the other three. That's the way I would play it. If you had to get rid of one, obviously I would get rid of Justice League. That one's already gray, so I don't have to gray that one out. I would keep Dark Knight Rises, Dark Knight. I would keep the Batman 1989. I would keep the new Batman. So I'd keep all Batman except for and I really liked the Snyder cut. I did. So that's the one that I would get rid of. It's already gray, so I don't need to gray that one out. Now on the second row, which one would I get rid of? Man of Steel, James Gunn's Suicide Squad, Dark Knight Rises. I like it, but it's not. I could stand with getting rid of that one maybe. B versus S, I would keep because, out of the two though. Actually, I still like Bane. Who doesn't do Bane quotes still? If I had to get rid of one, this is going to be controversial, but I would get rid of Man of Steel. It's just, when you think about it in the context of the other ones, it's kind of pointless. But James, it establishes the new Superman. I don't like your list. Get bent, man. Hey, this is just, I threw this together in the last 5 minutes because I was out, I was having my lunch and I was looking at this and I was like, well, maybe this will be fun to put on the show today. And that's what we're doing. Yeah, I would get rid of Man of Steel. They tried to reinvent the wheel with Superman and they took too many swings and misses with that one. And for me, that's the way that I feel. But James, how could you say that Man of Steel is worse than B versus S? But hey, at least with B versus S, you got you got to see what Ben Affleck's Batman would be like, and you got Wonder Woman, and you got that great theme, Wonder Woman theme. I have fun with the Suicide Squad. Dark Knight Rises. Oh yes, come on. End quote. Yeah, getting rid of Man of Steel would be a liberation. Anyway, what would be on the third one? Easily, easily, you got to get rid of the theatrical cut of the Justice League, despite the fact that the first Suicide Squad is on that one as well. Oh my God, I'd be. Those two are all the third row there is kind of mediocre, if not bad, right? Like with the theatrical cut of the Suicide Squad. Shazam is still, yeah, that would be the one that I would pick. On the bottom row there, which one would you get rid of and keep the other three? You got to keep Joker. You know that I would do that one. I would keep Batman Begins because that would be my second favorite. And The Watchmen I would keep. I would keep The Watchmen. So I would get rid of V for Vendetta. I'm not as hardcore about that one as some people. V for Vendetta. I watched it once in the theater and then I was done with it. I was kind of like, I don't really need to see that much more. So the ones I would get rid of were both Justice League movies, Man of Steel and V for Vendetta. And even though that I know that, yes, a lot of people still think that for some reason Man of Steel is great over B versus S. It's just because you get to see Batman and Wonder Woman and B versus S. That's what takes it over the top for me. You still get your Superman. And Bane, Tom Hardy, Catwoman, Anne Hathaway, Dark Knight Rises. I know it falls apart in the third act, but and Batman's barely in it. But I kind of like the way that those characters were represented. And I watched that Bane Batman fight when he breaks the back. Oh, yes, I was wondering what would break first. Yeah, I mean, come on, that's classic. How could you not? Keep that over Man of Steel. Yeah. Anyway, just a fun little topic there just to get us going for the trending stuff that's been up there today. Normally we do our show at 11 a.m., but we're going to try something different this week. I'm going to start doing it at 1:30 p.m. And there are my other social media handles. We are a live news show. Everybody's welcome to come and join us and talk about movie news, trending movie news headlines of the day. There are all my other social media handles that you guys can pick out there. And let's get into some of these stories with Rachel Brosnahan. She addresses those Lois Lane rumors. Over the weekend there was that announcement of the top runners for the new Superman, David Cornsweet and Nicholas Hoult possibly, but Rachel Brosnahan talks being on shortlist to play Lois Lane in Superman Legacy. It would be extraordinary. The James Gunn Superman that's slated for 2025. The other contenders were Emma Mackey, Phoebe Dynevor, and Samara Weaving. And I just heard that Rachel had an outstanding audition. And she gave us a quote here. According to sources, Brosnan delivered an outstanding audition for the spunky, talented Daily Planet reporter Gunn is hoping to achieve. Maybe an older range, but whatever. They're both going to be in their 20-somethings, right? I look at pictures of her, of Rachel Brosnahan, and I can see a Lois Lane in there. I see shades of a Margot Kidder kind of style of Lois Lane as opposed to what Amy Adams was doing. But that's fine. I never watched The Marvelous Miss Maisel, so we can go over to her IMDb here and take a look at some of her credits. Do you guys see her as a possible Lois Lane? I'm seeing it. There's just something about this. I'm sure they got to do aside from auditions where they come in and read. You also do chemistry tests, like camera tests with who their picks are going to be, right? To see if they've, at least the camera likes the two actors looking together. Because sometimes, somebody may audition well for a role, but, they just don't have any chemistry with the other person, with whoever's going to be playing Superman. but it's probably going to be Corn Sweat. My feelings tell me Corn Sweat, and my feelings tell me it's going to be Rachel Brosnahan, who was in Marvelous Miss Maisel. A lot of TV stuff that I saw in her resume here. Podcast stuff. She was in Patriots Day. It's actually kind of a long resume that she's got of some TV stuff. So she's paid her dues. House of Cards, The Smut Locker. I don't know if I like the sounds of that. Somebody must have got into my locker and they made a short about it. I don't dig that. The Blacklist, yeah, yeah. Adrift, a short, okay, yeah. So she's done a lot of shorts and TV stuff, and that's a rather impressive resume. She's got something else coming up called Lois and Varga TV series. So again, keeping with that. But yeah, apparently she had a good audition, and then she gave us a quote here saying that she grew up with Lois Lane, and that it would be an honor to join that pantheon of actresses. That's basically all she said, right? Yeah. Artglass in the live chat says, I basically keep all iterations of Batman posters, but pure in my book. Margot Kidder left big shoes to fill. Yeah, she did. Artglass says, so are they looking for a Lois Lane or a carbon copy of Amy Adams? Bring the black hair back. Well, yeah. Who knows what color their hair is going to be, right? As long as it's not the Cape Bosworth Lois Lane. Yeah, that's what I would be going for. I think I trust their casting process in this one. If she's the front runner for the new Superman Legacy, what do you guys think about this casting? Rachel Brosnahan. That was pretty cool in my book. Okay, so as you can see, we do take live comments here, guys. So if you're joining us in the live chat, by all means, drop a comment, and we kind of take breaks in between the stories here. And yeah, I try to steamroll it through it as quickly as I can. I don't try to put in a lot of fluff. Let's get into the next one. Flash, the Flash Batman Cave. We got a toy out. Lego unveils massive Batcave inspired by Tim Burton Batman Returns. So is this, what? Is this or isn't this going to be from The Flash? No, it's not going to be from The Flash, but we're going to see a Batcave in The Flash. But this is going to be inspired from Batman Returns? Did I not pull up this picture in a bigger one? Yeah, there we go. Open image in new tab. So this is for Lego. Okay, so it's really not like Batman Returns, obviously. Interesting. We know that we're getting a new Batman cave that sort of looks like it's going to be a mix between what he had here in the Batman Returns and what Christian Bale had with like the waterfall in it and stuff. It looks like they're going to be doing kind of like a mix of that. But just as a toy kind of thing, I thought I'd pull this and take a look at it. Because the Flash movie is just around the corner next month, right? So they're ramping up the marketing materials for that, and you're going to see a bunch of stuff like this. Even though that it may not be related to the Flash movie, like this maybe not, it will, try to cash in on that. What is this? There's like a hole here on the side. I don't know. There's like a gap. Is this battery powered or something? Okay, so it opens up there too. Oh, so that's actually that's much more cool, isn't it? That's it when it's closed. That's why. Oh, okay. Those are latches. Ah, yeah. Bruce Wayne couldn't afford a Lego Batcave. Hardglass says. That's a cool toy, actually. Okay, now that's starting to look a little bit more like the Batman Returns kind of cave or Batman 1989 cave. That's kind of cool. Probably costs like $75 or something, right? There's Catwoman. And that was kind of cool. Penguin with a fish. Batmobile looks cool. What's the sticker price? $150. No. Holy crap. Sweet Jesus. $449 for that? Guys, no. I said I thought I was being funny when I said it was $75. $450 for a Lego toy. That's outrageous. Guys, let me hey, you do what you want with your money, but seriously, for what? That's outrageous. I'm just dumbfounded. Like what are you gonna? Oh, Jesus, no. And this is the kind of thing that you don't buy for like to play with as a kid, kind of thing. This is like a collector's item. Jesus, H crackers. I mean, it's cool and all, but you know what? In a year and a half or so, you'll be able to print that on a 3D printer somewhere. You wouldn't need to actually pay that. God. Well, that's going to be a short. Yeah, we're going to publish that as a short later on. $450 for that. Guys, there's better things to spend your money on. Put it into a mutual fund or something. That you'll know what I'm talking about when you get older. Okay, so pay off a little bit of the mortgage there instead of that. Let's move on to Arnold Schwarzenegger and some canceled sequels. Okay, Arnold Schwarzenegger gets blunt on the Terminator franchise and blames Jason Reitman for stopping the twin sequel. Yeah, actually, last that I heard was that they were going full tilt with that twin sequel with Danny DeVito, and it wasn't going to be. They wanted Eddie Murphy to be in the twin sequel. There's going to be the three of them. They were all going to be related. But then I heard that Eddie Murphy didn't want to do it, so they got Tracy Morgan to do it. But I guess he's also saying at the same time that that's not happening anymore. He's going to be doing no more Terminators as well. So I guess he was sitting down with the Hollywood Reporter, and he said this. Talking about Terminator, he started off with, quote, "The franchise is not done. I'm done. I got the message loud and clear that the world wants to move on with a different theme when it comes to the Terminator. Someone has to come up with a great idea. The Terminator was largely responsible for my success, so I always look at it very fondly. The first three movies were great. Number 4, Salvation, he was not in because I was governor. Then Genesis and Dark Fate didn't close the deal as far as I'm concerned. We know that ahead of time because they were just not well written." Then he shouldn't have done them, man. But there was aspects about Genesis that I liked. The story, not so much. Making John Connor one of the Terminators was just ridiculous. There was things about Dark Fate that I liked as well. It's just there was too many swings and misses. The studio just got, for some reason, bogged down with the mentality that the Terminator movie always has to be about a Terminator coming back in time to kill John Connor or the offspring or the new John Connor, like with Dark Fate. I appreciated Salvation for what they were trying to do to try to set up the future war to happen. But it was McG, and McG he was in way over his head, right? You got Christian Bale in there to play John Connor, which would have been really cool. Bryce Dallas Howard, also really cool. It's just they didn't know what to do with it. And as I said, you can't just keep on going back to the formula of a Terminator coming back in time to kill somebody. That's all it was. And that's what the MCU's run into. It's a safe storytelling kind of uh, formula that's just, we've seen it. You got to reinvent it. And Arnold says that in there in his quote, which I respect. As I said this countless times, guys, that yeah, the first movie was scary, and I like how Cameron changed it up as an action movie in the second one. But they just tried to keep on doing the same thing over and over again. They're not tapping into what other scary thing is out there about the Terminator, and that's that there's time travel, man. What the heck? That opens the door for other chaotic things to happen beyond somebody besides a machine coming back in time, right? There's the door is open there for other things to happen within that universe, and that's what people need to realize and tap into to expand that universe with AI. Like AI, what is it trying to do, kind of thing, right? There's some horrific things in there that could happen where it's kind of like, if it's got time travel, maybe the machines were responsible in the first place for creating human life here on Earth, kind of thing, right? And this is just kind of like their playground. Like, just expanded out from Judgment Day, expanded out from that into the more sci-fi, thriller, weird stuff. And I think that's what you could do, but you have to keep it small budget. Arnold, no more Terminator movies. And then, of course, he goes on to talk about that Twins sequel. Let's see what he said. Jason Reitman effed it up. Jason Reitman literally stopped the project when his father died. His father wanted to do it really badly. I wanted to do it really badly. Danny DeVito really wanted to do it. We had the financing when his father passed away, Ivan Reitman. Jason says, I never liked the idea and put it on hold. I'm developing another movie with Danny, so he's so much fun to work with and so talented. So it's Jason Reitman squashed the idea of the Triplets movie that was going to cast Eddie Murphy or Tracy Morgan as the third sibling. Yeah, there. So that one's squashed. Arnold, he's still thinking about the game, and I appreciate that. He's talking about his career and stuff like that. I like that he's got the respect for Terminator, right? He always wanted to try to give fans another outing of that kind of success. I totally respect that. He's got the Fubar series coming out soon on Netflix. It's a series that we will be doing full live watch-alongs for here on the channel. Full commentary watch-alongs, guys, for Arnold's Fubar, where his daughter is kind of like a secret agent or something like that, and he's got to he's retired and he's got to get back into the game and stuff like that. It's kind of like a comedy, shades of True Lies, but as a series. Fubar. Arnold, he's always good for a quote, isn't he? And from what I hear, he's a pretty good dude. So, what do you guys think about those headlines? Let me know in the comments below, and we will talk about it. Our Glass says in the live chats, I love Terminator Salvation. Looking forward to Fubar. Yeah, for sure. Me too. Me too. Okay. Earlier today, Extraction 2 with Chris Hemsworth dropped a trailer, and it's going to be on Netflix June 16th. We did a trailer reaction for it. It's up on the channel right now. Go check it out. I actually really like this trailer. Looks like it's going to address some of the issues that happened at the end of the first film, which is good. You got to acknowledge what happened there. It's got Chris Hemsworth, Olga Kurylenko, and Golshifteh Farhani. I'm sorry if I'm butchering that. But the trailer was really good. It teases an insane 21-minute one action sequence, or one shot action sequence, which I think is going to be that train sequence that we saw in the trailer. Let's pull up some clips from the trailer here. It starts off with basically them narrating as to what happened after the first one. How did he come back? It's from the producers of Endgame, right? Joe and Anthony Russo. So they're not directing it, but they produced the first one as well, right? And I think it's going to be this train sequence that's the big, long action sequence. Basically, these bad guys come on and try to kidnap that girl or something, and then Hemsworth comes in and just begins to lay waste. And I saw behind the scenes footage of him like training for this stuff. He's very much taking a page out of the book of Keanu Reeves when it comes to John Wick, of getting into like being there like a month and a half, 2 months, 3 months, even training like with martial arts with the weapons, so that it all comes off natural, so that when they do something like the 20-minute long action sequence, it pays off. Hemsworth proved that in the first one, because that was one of the highlights of the first movie, is that you saw that it was Hemsworth putting his body on the line. Now, this train sequence is like, this is either volume set or just green screen stuff, but the physicality is still there. It's just the peril of them actually accidentally falling off the train at high speeds is not there. That's just me. I see that stuff, but that's fine. It was a high octane trailer. He comes in to save that woman and the child, and I think this is our new bad guy right here. Obviously, with the scars and the bloody eye. Who is that guy? That guy looks vaguely familiar. Maybe we can pull him from the cast here. Whoops, sorry, wrong one. Daniel Bernhard, maybe? No. Who would it be? Maybe it's Tomiki Kogrigyani. Sorry if I'm butchering that, but yeah, that's pretty much going to be the bad guy, right? Action. The action in it looked great. So that's the selling point for me. People in the trailer, in the comment section, said this is an amazing trailer. Hemsworth rocks. It'll be his most viewed movie. A lot of Russian people commented here in the comment section. So the Chris Hemsworth fans are out in full force supporting this. And I think it looks good, man. Netflix has been putting out, it's been a hit and miss for some people. Like Murder Mystery 2 earlier this year was kind of like meh. But actually, I really liked The Mother that came out recently with Jennifer Lopez. I really like The Mother, and we did a full live watch along for that, actually. That's up on the channel right now. So Netflix can deliver good movies. I like the first Extraction. I'm looking forward to Extraction 2. So go over and check out that trailer reaction that's up on the channel right now, and I think you'll find some entertainment value in that. We also did a trailer reaction for the Haunted Mansion that we'll talk about here in just a minute. And apparently that ghost face guy there, the top hat guy, that is Jared Leto. Who would have thought that? We also do other movie news stories like the new Daisy Ridley Die Hard-esque movie that's supposed to be coming out. We watched series like The Mandalorian. We do other stories like what episode or Star Wars episode 10 is going to be about and stuff. We watched series like Survivor this week, episode 11. There's only 2 more episodes left this season. This week, and then next week is the finale for Survivor. On the Fridays, we do a horror weekly roundup where we talk about all the horror movie news headlines of the week. And of course, then, I forgot to change that picture. That's not supposed to be Tay-Tay there. That was supposed to be Rachel. Whoops. Oh, well. Yeah, my bad. Okay, well, that's what you can find here on the channel, guys. Hey, lots of fun. Hit that thumbs up button, too, because that I don't know if that helps or not. Leaving comments helps a lot more, I think. Have some engagement and interactions there. So, we were just talking about that trailer reaction for Haunted Mansion, and that dropped today as well. That comes out July 28th, right? July 28th. Rosario Dawson's in this one, and I thought this one looked like it's going to be a lot of fun. Cast is great. Rosario Dawson, Winona Ryder, Jamie Lee Curtis, Jared Leto, Owen Wilson, Danny DeVito. Talking about Danny DeVito there. Dan Levi. I don't know if that's Levi. Tiffany Haddish. Good cast. So let's go over and take a look at some of the screenshots from that. From the studio that brought you Pirates of the Caribbean. It was brought to my attention that in my trailer reaction that apparently there's supposed to be like some kind of an Easter egg between Haunted Mansion and Pirates of the Caribbean. I don't know if that's going to show up in the movie or not, but I do like Rosario Dawson. This guy, I think, is going to be our main character. Comes to the house to find that it's haunted, And I actually like the imagery in this, how creepy it looks, right? Like this is not going to be for the younger kids. This looks like it could possibly freak out the younger kids, which I kind of respect. But Disney's not. It'll be like PG haunting, not over the top like Insidious or Hellraiser kind of scary. But it'll be. It looks like campy fun. That's what this one looks like. Owen Wilson is the priest. There's like a psychic that comes along. That's Tiffany Haddish, right? And they try to figure out what's going on with this mansion. They're there to try to do an exorcism on the mansion house that's been haunted. Rosario Dawson recruits all these people to come in to do a seance, and I think that this is supposed to be. I think this is supposed to be Jamie Lee Curtis in the globe there. It's very interesting. They do some visual effects with distortions and stuff like that, which is part of the ride. Things look distorted. You look around, you're sitting in this big kind of chair that's got a big back to it that you look at one point in the ride and you see like ghosts behind you and stuff like that. So they're definitely paying true to that. And this is like the opening of the of the of the ride, right? You're standing in that room and everything starts to grow up big and tall. That's cool. Yeah, this is Jared Leto, I think. He turns around and you do see him here. So yeah, ghosts go into this guy, possess him, and creepy premise. It's hopefully going to be an interesting take because it's got those creepy elements to it, but it also has, for what I feel, it's kind of like the Mummy, kind of campy, fun adventureness to it, right? Bourbon Street there, is that they're going to be New Orleans? Oh yeah, that's where it was, right? New Orleans. So yeah, then it ends off with a comedy. They're trying to describe to this artist to do a rendition of what it's going to look like, and they're just having fun with it, bantering back and forth. Danny DeVito, he always delivers, right? Is this what he looked like? They're like, yeah, that's exactly what he looks like. So that's apparently supposed to be Jared Leto. I liked it in theaters. July 28th, Haunted Mansion. Arglass says there in live chat, I have to wait to August 11th for Haunted Mansion. Oh, yeah, that's if you're not in the domestic market. Pretty cool, though. I dug it. All right, what's next? Cannes. Cannes is opened up yesterday, and we got some headlines in as to some of the early reactions for the opening night because Johnny Depp's new movie was supposed to open up on opening night, right? Jean Dubarry, Cannes Diary. With Johnny Depp on his opening night, the fest steps back into culture clash. Yeah, because I guess there were some opposition. Amber Heard people were there. Amber Heard supporters still trying to. There's still going to be a little bit of fallout from that, but I think because Johnny won the case here in the U.S., that's slowly going to fade away into the background because he was resolved of those charges, right? Of he doesn't have to pay for the defamation or anything like that. And this Dubarry film, I guess, opened up on opening night at Cannes. And if you don't know what it is, it's about like Henry the 16th or something, right? He has a mistress named Dubarry, and that's what it's about. A period piece. It's French. Johnny talking French in this, so I'm kind of curious about it. I'm not going to go out of my way to drive to another city to watch it if it's only in limited release. But, it started off with a little bit of controversy. And I think the planners of Cannes knew that this was going to happen, that there would be protests for Johnny out there. What better way to get headlines than to have a little bit of controversy? I think even Johnny knows this as well. Johnny knows how to play ball. He's been in the business for a while. He knows that it's controversial for the festival to open up with that, and Mai Wen's period piece. Mai Wen is the director. She also plays DuBarry in this. So yeah. Um, Other headlines out of Cannes. That's what's else on the schedule that's coming out. We got some 11 buzzy movies for sale at Cannes. Natalie Portman with Julianne Moore, Sylvester Stallone. Um, let's see, take a look at what some of these titles are. Black Flies, Sean Penn, Ty Sheridan, Catherine Waterston. What the heck is this about? Why Buyers Care, Black Flies. Let's see. Crackling chemistry as disgruntled mentor and doe-eyed mentee in the edge of your seat thriller, which takes audiences on a harrowing, intense reality paradigm. Oh, it's about paramedics. God, that's a convoluted sentence. Man. A gentle warning, though, that Black Flies isn't for the squeamish. Expect plenty of blood, disturbing and graphic injuries, extreme violence, and a lot of yelling. So, Sean Penn and Ty Sheridan, ambulance workers dealing with blood. Okay, yeah, I can see that. Firebrand, Alicia Vikander and Jude Law. First final days of Henry VIII. Oh yeah, that's that one. I seen that image. I want to see that one because Alicia Vikander looks she's going to be good in that one. May, December. Natalie Portman, Julianne Moore. So they're not showing us pictures. And I'm not going to read all the synopsis for these guys. Monster. Looks like it's a Japanese film. Or Korea. No? Those look like Japanese names, don't they? Yeah, those aren't Korean names. Are they? I don't know. I'm sorry, guys, if I'm proving my ignorance here. Okay. Cooler with Dave Bautista. Dave Bautista is playing directly into the type of the South Beach bouncer who finds himself on the brink of redemption in hopes of reuniting with his family. Okay, so he's playing a bouncer. Good for Dave Bautista. He's really stretching himself as an actor to see exactly how far he can push himself as an artist, and I appreciate that from Dave Bautista because I liked him. I liked him in the Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, and I really, really liked him. He was the highlight for me in Knock at the Cabin this year. He was. And of course, he's good in other smaller roles as well. Like, I liked him in Army of the Dead, and I liked him in Blade Runner 2049. Just a small little role. But it was good. Jean DeBarry, there we go. We know about that one. Shell, Elizabeth Moss, Kate Hudson. Cliffhanger with Sylvester Stallone. We're going to be talking about that one in just a little bit, guys. We got some a little bit touch of a plot to talk about that. Lords of War with Nicolas Cage. That's not opening up there though. These are movies that are being sold. Like this is they haven't even shot a day of Cliffhanger or Lords of War. These are just these ones are just up for sale. Now they have completed work on The Crow. They have completed that with Bill Skarsgård, which we should be getting a trailer for pretty soon, I would imagine, at least a teaser, because that's slated for this year. Not the Brandon Crow. I thought it was. If it's not this year, it's going to be pushed to next year. But yeah, Bill Skarsgård is going to be our new Crow. So I'm looking forward to that. That's we should see something from that. Hopefully. Club Zero. God, how long is this going? That's it. Okay. Mia Wasikowska. Good. We haven't seen her in a while. I do like her as an actress too. Mia Wasikowska. She's a good actress. She was in those Alice in Wonderland movies. She was Alice. But she is a really good, talented actress. Club Zero. A favorite from Jane Eyre, Alice in Wonderland, yeah. Prep school. It starts all innocently. Miss Kovac. Okay. Has to do with students. Yeah. Um, good luck to Jake Gyllenhaal, but I would love to have seen Dave Bautista's rendition of Dalton in Road. Oh, now that would have been cool. Actually, that would have been really cool to see Dave Bautista as Dalton. Although the angle that they were trying to do with the Patrick Swayze was that he didn't look like a typical bouncer, right? He was smaller in stature, but he knew how to handle himself. Um, the cooler, it's not quite like that though, right? But finds himself all thrown for a loop when a drug-filled safe is stolen from the club where he works, and then he's blackmailed into finding it before the Miami PD comes to retrieve it. Come for Ray's journey towards absolution. Stay for his 36 Odyssey across Miami Beach to get the safe back. So if something gets stolen from his club, and then he's got to go out and get it back. The Cooler, or Cooler. There's already a movie called The Cooler, so this one's just called Cooler. Well, that's cool. Cons happening all throughout the weekend, so we'll get headlines in that'll trickle in about people's reactions to certain movies and stuff like that. I don't even think that Jean Dubarry would have a. Let's go over to. I want to see if they've got a Rotten Tomatoes up for that yet. No. So, despite the fact that some people have already seen it, no ratings yet out of Cannes. Yeah. We know that what else is coming, what else is opening up there is Dial of Destiny, Indiana Jones is opening up there. So, we'll get some word out of that later in the week, too. One last thing about Johnny Depp here before we move on. Johnny Depp is going to take part in a Tim Burton documentary series. Tim Burton docu-series is headed to Cannes and will include interviews with Johnny Depp, Helena Bonham Carter, Michael Keaton, and more. Helena Bonham Carter was married to Tim Burton at one point. But Johnny Depp was Tim Burton's muse for a while. They worked together quite a bit, right? This is for Demon Barber, right? But of course they did like Edward Scissorhands together and stuff, right? So I did like that pairing. They did work well together. So it's going to be cool that Johnny's going to be participating in that. That's also going to be at Cannes. And yeah. What else did they work on? They worked on Willy Wonka together as well, right? Yeah. So there you go. That's happening. Johnny Depp is going to take part in that documentary series at Cannes for Tim Burton. Tim Burton series. Okay. Yeah, we talked about Johnny Depp there. Let's talk about that Dave Bautista thing. Is this also about the cleaner? Yeah. No. Dave Bautista teams with J.J. Perry Lionsgate for action comedy The Killer's Game. After decades bouncing from one studio to another, the Assassin movie looks to finally be locked and loaded for a summer shoot. So he's going to be an action comedy as well, alongside Cooler. So let's take a look at what's this about. Based on the novel, Cooler Killing Game, or whatever it's called here, follows a veteran assassin named Joe Flood played by Bautista, who is diagnosed with a life-threatening illness. In order to set up his loved ones financially, he authorizes a kill on himself. However, after ordering the kill, he finds out that he was misdiagnosed and then must fend off any army of former colleagues trying to take him out. Okay, so it's kind of like a bit of John Wick there too, right? Where he became the target and all the assassins came after him. But with Dave Bautista, action comedy. So it'll be the kills in it, where John Wick, the kills were outlandish, brutal with the pen or with the pencil and stuff, but cool. They're gonna ham it up with the pencil, right? They're gonna make it a little bit more funny. Okay, we'll have to see. But as I said before about Dave Bautista and that Cooler project, he is one of my favorite actors working right now. He's just got the presence. He's making interesting choices as well. So yeah, Tim Burton and Johnny Depp did Sleepy Hollow as well. Okay, yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. With the tree that opened up like a woman's private parts. Yeah. Cliffhanger 2 director shares plot details for Sylvester Stallone's sequel. Rick Roman Waugh is comparing the Cliffhanger sequel to Creed and Top Gun Maverick. Yeah, we heard the news about a couple of weeks ago that Sylvester Stallone is coming back for, they called it like a reboot, but it's really a sequel because it's his character when he's much older now. And apparently, we got a little bit of a plot here, a plot point. Gives us just a little bit more information. The director teases how the concept is that the sequel evolves around Stallone, and he's much older with a daughter, following in his footsteps with a mountaineering career. Waugh also divulges that the sequel will be set in the Italian Alps, where all hell breaks loose, presumably teaming up with Gabe and his daughter when they face a new threat high above the ground. Okay, so it's in the Alps, where the first one took place in his stomping ground in North America. So he's going to be in Italy and something will happen. Maybe he'll be on vacation on a plane or something and they'll get stranded in the mountains. Something like that, maybe. I don't know. Or it said that she was trying to become a mountaineer, so maybe she'll be a mountaineer in Italy. Is that what they said? Italian Alps. So maybe he'll be going there to visit her or something, and then something will happen. Yeah, that's what I'm sniffing out here. That's what I'm sniffing out. Cliffhanger 2, still no release date yet, still no production date. This is going to be one of those things that's going to be put on hold because of the writer's strike, so don't expect too much happening for this in the next year or so, I would say. But it'll be happening sooner rather than later, hopefully, because Stallone isn't getting any younger. Right? He's like 71 now, or if not older. How old is Stallone? 76. Yeah, so he's staring down that road and looking at 80. But he's still got it. I still think he can pull this off. No problem. All right. Whoops. Is that it for us? No, we still got some hit or miss headlines, and then we'll take a look at the Twitter roundup, see what else is going on out there that perhaps we missed. Hit or miss headlines is just where if it's a hit, we'll talk about it. If it's a miss, we'll just move on. We'll move on to the next topic. Okay. First up, Martha Stewart poses for Sports Illustrated swimsuit cover. At 81. What the heck? The whole aging thing is so boring. Um, Guys, seriously, 81? That's got to be photoshopped, right? Of course it's photoshopped, James. But 81, okay, I got no problem with a positive body image. Uh, Martha Stewart on the cover. Now, there are multiple covers, guys. I guess I've never paid attention to swimsuit editions because they also have one out there with Megan Fox on it. And you know which one the younger people are going to appreciate. She broke up with Machine Gun Kelly, right? So see, she's available. It's time for one of you guys out there to step up. She is a beautiful woman, but she's not my cup of tea. So there you go. Two covers. What do you prefer? The Megan Fox Sports Illustrated cover or the Martha Stewart one? Very interesting. Very interesting. Is it though, James? Is it really that interesting? I don't know. Oh God, yeah. This is on Variety. Why is this? Well, I guess it is sort of entertainment news. Inside Tucker Carlson's battle to trade his 20 million Fox News salary for a Twitter show. Yeah, God, he was let go because he cost them that libel suit or whatever for like 780 million. That he's now going to start up a Twitter show. I don't understand how his audience follows him because he's on tape saying that he doesn't believe a word that he's saying. He doesn't like Trump. He thinks that he's a monster. But then he turns around and comes on camera and says, "Oh, by the way, isn't Trump such a great man? Vote for me, vote for him," and stuff like that. It's like, no. But his audience doesn't. They don't care. They just, I don't know what it is. It's got to be some kind of prejudice that he opens the door for. I'm not going to get into that. I'm done with that. Miss. That's a miss. Get out of my face. Yeah. I don't want to talk about that. I really don't have that much more in the can here for stories. Lois Lane, yeah, we talked about that. TNG, no. Mission Impossible. She turns into foam version. Book Club 2 had an end the surprising way it did. Or sorry, had to end the surprisingly way that it did. I don't know. I thought about going out and seeing that later today, but I'm just kind of busy for Cheap Tuesday. It's too late. Martin Scorsese gives sobering view on his directing career in a new interview. Apparently, Killers of the Flower Moon is debuting at Cannes as well. So that's going to be there as well. The 4-hour version. So, yeah, I'm not looking forward to that. I just, why can't you tell the story in 3 hours? Why can't you? When you look at it, God, this page, see, Screen Rant, it's frozen. Screen Rant's been going downhill. They got to stop with these ads that just freeze up the page. Let's just go over to the Twitterverse and we'll round out the day. We're over an hour anyway, right? So, this is just where we take a look at what's trending out there. Maybe I missed something. Priyanka Chopra, Anne Hathaway, and Zendaya at Bulgari event in Venice. Bulgari. Okay. It's quite the trio they have got there. John Howard King says he's so proud of Halle Bailey. Yeah, I think we saw that quote. Dustin Hoffman and Gabrielle Union to star alongside Jennifer Coolidge and Brian Cox for Riff Raff. It centers on a former criminal's ordinary life, which is thrown upside down when his old family shows up for a long-awaited reckoning. Well, I do like Dustin Hoffman. Gabrielle Union's okay. Brian Cox is big because of Succession. So is Jennifer Coolidge for White Lotus, right? Cool. Screen Actor Guilds Awards takes place. Okay, well, that's next year. Seth Rollins has reportedly joined the cast of Captain America 4. I saw some set photos as well for Captain America 4. He was wearing a very much like a Steve Rogers-esque. He didn't have this uniform on. He had a very much like a Steve Rogers Captain America uniform on. Brokeback Mountain. Okay. That's a stage production. John Howard King. There's more Megan Fox for Sports Illustrated. Eating a papaya. Careful now, I don't want to get into trouble, James. They're not going to show her in the buff or anything. Sports Illustrated, it's swimsuit. And as far as I haven't looked for any leaked images of Megan Fox, but I'm sure they're probably out there. Oh yeah, there's that cover. Actually, to tell you the truth, I prefer this picture. This picture here on the right, that should have been the cover. No? Yes? I don't know anything about modeling or anything like that. Swimsuit edition. First look at Mary and George, Julianne Moore, and Nicholas Gazine? I don't know what the heck that is. It follows Mary Villers, who molded her son George to seduce King James and become his lover. What? That's outrageous. And in that time period, so the mother coerced him to do that? That's very salacious, isn't it? Is that Saoirse Ronan right there? No, it can't be. Is it? No. If it was, they would have highlighted that. It's just looks a little bit from that angle. I don't got that right. Eva Mendes. She gonna come out of retirement? She stopped acting because of she had a kid, right, with Ryan Gosling. She had a couple actually. Couple of kids, didn't they? Started a family. Louis Hoffman and Bella Ramsey in period drama Monstrous Beauty. Okay. Super Mario Bros. Is now available on VOD. Huh. Pedro. I don't know what the heck that is. Daisy Edgar joins in talks to join Anna de Armas in Origin of Species. That's cool. Got no problem with that. Blake Lively on the set of It Tends to End With Us. Okay. The Mother with Jennifer Lopez has watched 2.8 million households with a debut beating Glass Onion and Murder Mystery 2. Wait, The Mother beat Glass Onion? Wow. See, that's the power of J-Lo. That's why I said throw it in the theater. Hey, it may only make 2 or 3 million, but are you going to really say no thanks? You still can put it on Netflix. I liked it. All right. Guys, it looks like that's pretty much it. Yeah, there was another TV spot for The Little Mermaid that came out. Halle Bailey. Not this week, guys, but next week. No. Yeah, no, it is next week, isn't it? Little Mermaid comes out? Because, well, it's only the 16th. Yeah, next week. Little Mermaid comes out. So pay attention for the full live watch along for that. Or sorry, full straight out of the theater reaction. Elle Fanning to star along Timothée Chalamet and Bob Dylan biopic. Apparently he's going to be singing. Timothée Chalamet fans will be hearing him sing Bob Dylan songs. Elle Fanning, we just talked about the other day too. She's a good actress. Really weird reason that she didn't get a project because she didn't have enough followers on Instagram. Get out of here with that nonsense. That doesn't pass the sniff test for me. All right, guys. I think that's about it. We're going to publish the shorts later on, just 2 shorts. I want to do what is that game that we started off the show with. I'm going to publish a short of that. And then I might, what else the other one that I was going to do a short of? Oh yeah, the outrageous price of that Batman toy. Yeah. I'll do that while it's fresh in my head. But other than that, guys, thank you very much for joining me today. We're going to try it out at 1:30 for the rest of the week if we can. Just see what happens. If numbers-wise, people are going to come out and check it out. Because it is live and it's later in the day. Maybe people are just getting off work and they can come check us out and join us in live chats. If not, we'll go back to the 11 a.m. where I'm just experimenting, throwing the net out there, seeing what we can catch, and hopefully rope some more people in. If not, I'll see you tomorrow, guys. Hit that thumbs up button, subscribe, and I'll see you next time on Mirror Domains. Enjoy the rest of your day.